Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday. I did forget to get something, so I had to shut down my computer. That's what took me a little bit longer tonight because first of all, I got home at 6, like right at 6 when Marilyn was going live. And then I wanted to use Embrilliance tonight because a lot of people have been asking about Embrilliance. Marilyn did a tutorial showing or live showing how to use Embrilliance to make like the embroidery and bling designs that I've been doing. So check out Marilyn's channel, Making with Marilyn. I didn't put any links listed below in the description yet because I was just, Marilyn, don't fuss at me. Y'all, Marilyn has challenged me to put my thumbnails up at least 2 days in advance. And honey, I have failed the test. So, but Marilyn does have a video showing. I have not used Embrilliance not in a while, but we're about to go into it because it's on my old MacBook that I don't really use that much. So hopefully this will take us through the entire night. My plan is to be able to, if y'all look over there, Broski already has, the next job ready. So if we can get through with digitizing and doing the bling scatter tonight, and I can cut it out and do all that stuff, we're going to finish the shirt tonight. So from start to finish, let's see if we can do that. Okay, that's a lot to ask of a girl who just got home from work. Okay, so we'll see. But hey, y'all. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Patrice. This is Craftable Things, and I like to craft like anything I can make. Like that's just whatever you can think of, I've probably made it. And y'all remember we used to do, and people are still doing it, the toppers with like the ice cubes, the fake ice cubes with the fruit and everything. I just gave a whole bunch of that away to one of my coworkers. She wanted to make one topper, and I ended up taking her a whole load of, I forgot I even had the cute little ice cubes that were like the square cubes, super cute. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to make a bling and embroidery shirt. And if this is your first time hearing of that, this is kind of what it looks like. This is going to be my shirt for Friday night. That's why I have it right here waiting for me. I can't wait to wear it, y'all. But we're just doing a little bit of embroidery with bling around. And that's what our plan is tonight, okay? So I'm going to, I gotta wait. I gotta talk to y'all a little bit more because guess what I did not do? I did not go on StreamYard on this computer. It's so weird. All right. But hey, y'all. Let me see who's here. I don't know. Hey, Josie Boo. Thank you, Boo. Let me scroll up to see who's here. Hey, Nicole and Anna Smith, Miss Rosetta Cobb, Miss Diane. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Hey, Retired Crafter 22, Robin's Creations. Hey, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. I hope your week has started off really, really good. I think this is the right one. I have so many like Chrome accounts. It's ridiculous. What is this thing called, y'all? StreamYard. So yeah, I had to shut down. That's why I don't have it on here yet because I had to shut everything down. So hopefully we'll be good to go. Hey, Rachel. Cooking and listening. Enjoy dinner, girl. Enjoy your dinner. Y'all know Tuesday is my day to, fix the curls. Because if y'all don't know, I do not generally touch my hair. Like, I can't. I've gotten a lot better, though. I have. Hey, Bobby. Welcome in. What are you guys working on tonight? Hey, Miss Cheryl Green. Hey, Brandy. All right, so I gotta tell you guys. So Marilyn, if you didn't see Marilyn's live from like an hour ago, a little bit over an hour ago, Marilyn was pressing some of my bling transfers. So Marilyn, thank you so much. I sent them to Marilyn. I sent them to a few people. But I sent it just to test it out because I didn't want to put it on my site and then come to find out they don't hold up during shipping, right? So I want to send it to a few people just to see how it would arrive and if it would arrive okay. Now, I did not anticipate that Marilyn was going to come on and do a whole demonstration on how to press the bling shirts. I didn't. So I just want to thank you, Marilyn, for coming on and doing that. I appreciate you so much. I love you so much. I'm so thankful for our friendship. So, girl. And then they looked really good. They really looked good. So just wanted to say that. And I did not post them on the site until everybody who I sent it to told me that they arrived intact. So hopefully the shipping, you know, what I do is pretty good. I might be going a little bit overboard, but I mean, that's just a risk that I have to take, right? I have to, oh, hold on, let me stop the cam. Okay, I may be ready. All right, we're gonna get in. Now we're gonna get in. Oh, that was crazy. That's what happens when you don't use your stuff, right? You don't know what is what. Okay, let me see. Oh, Dempsey Boo, we're gonna see how this is gonna go. We're gonna see. This is gonna be real quick. I chose a word that's very simple to do. One word. That's it. Thank you, Brandy. Thanks, y'all. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Josette Lovercheck. Hey, Miss Sonia. Donzel. Hey, Donzel. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. Miss Sharon Davenport, I've been actually getting some rest. I did go to sleep at a decent time last night. I did. Yes, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. Hey, Beverly. Lovely Blends. Shantae. Hey, Robiness. All right, y'all, we're going to scroll down because I got to get to going. That's the plan. Josie, what are you working on tonight? Let me know. All right, y'all. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. I just scrolled all the way down. Hey, Barb, P. Lee, and Jesse and Terry. All right, let me share my screen because we don't want to be here for long, and I do want to get through it. So 7 of my 90 minutes is out. Oh my goodness. I guess I have not used this in so long to where now it's asking me permission. I hope this does not give me drama. All right, y'all. So we are now inside of Silhouette Studio, the business edition. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I may not be able to look at the chat too often, but I'll try to make sure I pay attention. Y'all know I'm not really good at that type of multitasking. All right, so today we're going to be creating an embroidery and bling design, but I always start out with an SVG. I like to pull in the SVG files into the digitizing software that I'm using. As of late, I've been mostly using Chroma and Embroidery Legacy while I'm trying to really learn all the things in Embroidery Legacy. But I do feel like sometimes it's like a little bit overwhelming, and so I will take a break from anything that's going to be like it looks like it's just too much to get. Now, we're inside of Silhouette Studio. This is the business edition. I like the business edition because I can export my files outside of Silhouette Studio as an SVG, PNG, JPEG, PDF, right? So I feel like it's definitely worth it. At this moment, or the last time I looked, maybe like a day or two ago, Silhouette Studio, I don't have a link listed below, and I hate to say I don't really care if you click my link or not, but it does, like, I don't care. So if you go through this process with me tonight and you feel like Silhouette Studio is something that you may want to do, go on Swing Design. It is now the business edition. You can get the business edition for $39, $39.99. Okay. Oh, here we go. It's about to give me some drama. It's $39.99. Okay. So what else do I have open? I'm going to close out of something first. Let me quit. What you call it? It's $39.99. So I would totally suggest checking it out because it is definitely worth it. Most of the other softwares require you to have a subscription, a monthly subscription, and I just don't like monthly subscriptions. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Do I use a monthly subscription for some things? Yes. I have all the things that I tell you guys not to get. I do. Adobe Illustrator. I will never not have Adobe on my computers. I have Adobe, that's a monthly subscription. I have Leonardo, that's a monthly subscription. Embrilliance is not a monthly subscription. And Chroma is now a monthly subscription. So, all right, so we're going to start out in Silhouette Studio. I'm going to head over to the left to open up a text box. And we're going to type in a word. Yes, Barb, it is awesome. Hold on, I need to make the screen bigger. Y'all don't need to really see me. Nope, I don't want that one bigger. Let me go back. All right, so y'all don't need to really see me. All right, so now we're going to just type in the word mama. I told y'all it was going to be a very easy word, right? And we're going to just kind of make it a little bit larger. This is not the font that I'm going to be using. If you guys know, I will be switching up my font very soon from doing the font that I've been using. But for tonight, we're going to be using the font that I've been using for all the other designs, which is Twinkle Christmas. I know last time I said I was not going to say the font again because it's taxing everybody. That's all people want to know. It's like, what font did you use? What font did you use? What font did you use? It's a little bit too much. Like, look up the font, look up the font, look up the font. All right, so here we are, Twinkle Christmas. And I'm going to make it bigger. Now, I found this font on Creative Fabrica. That's where you can get it from. I literally looked through hundreds of fonts, and that's why it's kind of annoying to me when people keep asking me, because I actually I searched it. So you just got to kind of search for what fonts you like. All fonts aren't meant for everything, right? All right, so now we have Mama. So if you saw when I did this in Chroma, I kind of changed it up a little bit of how I did it when I go to digitize it for a few reasons. Now, the last time I did it, I welded the font, the text together, the letters together. We're not going to weld it together for the digitizing portion, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead. I think this is a good size for Mama. I made a copy, but I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that copy. We're going to create the scatter effect around here. But when I click onto here, this is telling me that this is 9.704 inches wide by 4.266 inches high. That's not the actual size, because if you notice here, we have a lot of empty space right here, right? And it's slightly on the side right here, okay? Anytime you're measuring any elements of your design, you want these bounding boxes to touch the edge of the letters or the shapes, okay? Or whatever it is that you have. That's what you want. Hold on a second. I got too many mouses over here, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Barb says Wilcom is a yearly cost upgrade around $900. Hey, Tarika. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is so that we can get the accurate size, I'm just going to right click and ungroup this together. Ungroup this from being together. All right, so if you notice, it kind of took it down a little bit, 2.521 inches high, and this is now 9.848 inches wide. I think it was a little bit, it wasn't giving us the accurate width. Okay, so I'm just going to resize this just a little bit. I'm going to bring it over. Let's do it maybe about 9 point. We can maybe go all the way down here. And I'm just gliding it. You can input your measurements once you group everything together. You can put your measurements up there. Until you group it together, it wants to measure everything separately. Okay, so I'm just going to make Mama just a little bit. And it's not going to be that big, y'all. So it's going to be fine. It's going to go on my little shirt. A little sweatshirt. I should have done a shirt because, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. I'm going to select all of this and we're going to just bring this over to the side. I'm going to right click that and then I'm going to group that together because I'm going to hold on to this one just in case I want to make, cut out HTV or anything like that. So I'm just going to put that over to the side. All right. So now we have our Mama. Again, these are all separate. Okay. Why am I doing it like this? Because when I get ready to take it into the digitizing software, it'll just tell me, give me, I'll be able to know where I need to break off the letter because I want a slight overlap. How I did the files before, I didn't have a slight overlap. I would just go ahead and put a split line where the letters connected. And that sometimes, depending on like how the shirt is hooped and just all types of different things, don't tell me it's about to shut down again. y'all. I can't. Let's start this over again. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Entire screen. We're gonna go for it again. I'll keep going until we can't go no more, okay? I'm not gonna quit. But I think it's just my computer just has like a lot of stuff on it. That's why I have to use my other MacBook, but I refuse to put Embrilliance on the other one. All right, so let me go ahead and make this bigger again. Hopefully we'll be fine. All right, so let's hurry up because we ain't got time for that. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna group it together. Even though I'm grouping it together, it is not welded together. Okay, each of those letters, those are still individual letters. All right, so we're gonna leave this at 9.5 inches wide, not too big. And then we're going to create our scatter. Now, the reason why I kept it at 9.5, like I don't really go too wide, is because when we start creating the scatter, it's going to widen the template. Okay, it's going to make going to make your design a lot wider, a lot larger, right? Because of the bling. You may say you know, depending on the shirt size you're going to put this on. I'm putting this on a small, so I really don't want that bling to be wider than like 10.25, 10.5 the most, right? So as you add your bling, that's where you're going to start getting, you know, it's going to increase the size of your design. So I'm going to select the rhinestone panel right here. We can close out of the tiles, the textile panel. And then we're going to begin creating our outline. So I want to also open up the offset panel. And if you want to know how to do stuff like this, I will be posting classes. So this is not really like a tutorial to show you that, like, you got to kind of know some of the stuff here. Okay. So I have the offset panel opened up. We have mama here. I'm going to select the word mama and I grouped it together already. So we're going to head up to the offset panel and I'm going to select offset. There's two options here, an offset or internal offset. The internal offset is really just for, it's what it says, an internal offset. So it's the opposite of the offset. So we're going to select offset. For this one, we're going to try something different. Now, one of the issues with these types of designs is that sometimes the tension and just different things, when you get ready to place your stones on top, it doesn't always fit exactly the way that you want it to fit. But today we're going to see, okay? I generally always go with a 0.125 offset when I'm doing rhinestone designs when I want it to fit. We're going to go with a 0.15. I was going to do 0.125, but let's just go with 0.15, okay? And I'm just going to select apply. So that's the offset right there. Okay, you'll see that black outline around mama. That's the offset. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to head down to the rhinestone panel that we opened. We have two panels open. I'm going to select the edge fill. And that's just going to create an outline of rhinestones around the word mama. All right. So after that, I like a certain type of spacing. Now, generally lately, I have not been doing such a tight space around the design, only because just of how, you know, sometimes it does not fit perfectly like how I want it to fit. But for tonight, let's be adventurous. So I'm going to change this to 0.015 spacing. I'm going to bring those rhinestones a lot tighter together. You'll see how tight that looks. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to change that color. Let's change those stones. Let's make it black. And then I'm going to remove the outline. Now, if you notice, I've already added more width and height to that design. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another offset. I'm going to select offset. I'm going to leave my offsets kind of tight. So I'm going to go back to 0.15 because I'm going to have a, you know, I want it to be close. I don't want offset. I don't want it to be too wide. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that spacing. Now we could leave it to where our offsets are very tight around the word mama. We could do that. So it would kind of look, you know, it wouldn't necessarily have like a real scattery type of look. It's just going to be an outline, an outline, an outline. We could do something like that. That might actually look cute. I mean, it's just, you know, it's up to us, right? So I'm going to leave that like that for now. And then I'm going to add another offset. I can probably get away with like 4 offsets, or I could just make the word a little bit wider too. All right, so let's go ahead and make that black. Now, this isn't necessarily like how the scatter effect looks. Like with the scatter, you're playing around a little bit more with the width. So let's say that last outline we have, let's say I changed that to point 25. And so that's just going to add more space in between it, right? I kind of liked it how it was. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep sharing, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll keep sharing. That just means I gotta keep hurrying up. All right, so I've changed. Oh, I did 0.10, no 0.015. Now I don't like to go underneath or less than 0.015 because then you risk your rhinestones touching each other. Okay. Thank you, Josie Boo. Hey, Lisa. All right, so this is what we have so far. If I remove Mama out of here, it's not as it needs the text inside. Sometimes, depending on the word, you can still get, it doesn't necessarily need the fill on the inside, but this does need the fill on the inside. So we had that last outline, and then I'm gonna go ahead and create another offset. I could either create another offset or maybe make it a little bit larger. Let's make Mama a little bit larger. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make Mama a little bit larger. I'm just going to widen this up a little bit to where it looks like this. All right. And I'm not going to do too much because that size right there, that's almost like probably 10, really 10.7. So let's do it a little bit. All right. So I think I'm going to stick with, I'm going to do one more row of stones and then we'll be good. Okay, offset. And then we're going to do, all right. So now is where I'm going to decide what I want to do. Let's see what we want to do, y'all, with the rhinestones. This computer, when I tell you this computer holds my entire life, it pains me to see her not doing well. All right, I'm just making a copy. We're going to bring that copy over here. And then we're going to create that scatter that we want to create, right? So you can have it different ways. It doesn't have to be just like that, but I'm going to put that over on the side just in case that's something that I want to do later. We're going to create the scatter. All right. In a second. Hey, Sam. Sam, what time is it there? All right, let me make this a little bit bigger. She's going to start going slow. All right, so now I'm just going to select here, and I'm going to click. That's the second one. We're going to add, let's do 0.15. Let's see how much. Ooh, that's quite a bit of space right there. Let's do that second one. Let's do 0.2 and see how that's going to look. 10, oh, I didn't do it right. Did it? 0.225. Let's see. See, that's not, I did this. I need to change that one to 0.1. Just to make it a little bit tighter. I mean, your scatters can be however you want it to be, right? It doesn't have to be anything really set in stone. Okay, let's say we go with that. Okay. I'm not really overly loving the scatter, but it looks like something. Oh, I think that one's still 0.125. That one looks too close. That one too. We're gonna do the scatter over. Sorry, y'all. And I'm actually gonna change this one to 0.125. We're gonna live on the edge a little bit tonight. We're gonna keep that one at 0.125. I'm gonna do edge fill, and then we're gonna change that to let's change it to the default 0.39. All right. We're gonna live a little. We're gonna see how that does for us with it being so close, if we can get away with it. All right. Now we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna do offset. And we're gonna go to point. See, it keeps going to the default 0.125. I thought it was going to 0.15. All right. And the difference is because at 0.125, those stones are, it's going to be the same color, and those stones are going to be too close, and they will cut into each other and create a hole for you. And that's what we don't want. Right, so we're going to go to let's do 0.25. And what did I do there? I might have did 0.125, and then we're going to create one more offset 0.15. I'm going to keep changing it. Every computer is different. My other computer, I don't have to change it. 0.325. All right, if you guys are saying something, I'm sorry. Oh, why is it so much? All right, we're going to fix that for us. All right, it just says mama, very basic, nothing major. Uh-oh. Nothing major. Let me get y'all back. This don't want y'all to see what I'm doing. I just want y'all to know. This computer is very protective of me. I just want you guys to know. All right, so we're all done. All right, that's our scatter. And then I'm going to grab the word mama. We're going to, and I only have mama selected. I'm going to head up to file, and then we're going to click save selection. I'm clicking save selection because I have a lot of other things on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to click save selection. Because I have that selected, that's the only thing that's going to be saved. I'm going to click save to hard drive, and then we're going to save this as mama live. And then I'm going to change this to SVG. And then we're going to select OK. So now that's saved as an SVG, and I can get ready to open this up inside of Embrilliance. Now, if I wanted to say create a regular cut file, I would just make a copy of this. And remember how we had this, we grouped that together. I would go ahead and ungroup it. And then I would just fold it together because remember, those are not together. So when they cut, they will overlap each other. So I'm just going to select the entire word mama. We're going to right click, and I'm going to weld that together. If you notice now, that's one word, and every place where it was intersecting, it is now all connected. Okay, hey Nomi. All right, so we're going to just take this on over there, and I'm not changing the size. Please know that I'm not changing the size. At this time, I would probably go ahead and save this. Note the size here so that when I upload it into whatever other software, I know the size of it, okay? And here we have this mama. This mama. All right, so I can get ready to open up Embrilliance. We're not done with the Bling file yet. So I'm gonna bring this down now. So let's go ahead and wrap up the Bling real quick. So I'm going to select all of that. We're going to head over to the rhinestone panel, and I'm going to select release rhinestones. If you look here, there's 553 rhinestones that's needed there, okay? This is going to increase the size of this design to over 11 inches wide. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do to prevent it from being over 11 inches for sure. All right, so if you notice that size changed, it jumped up to over 11 inches because when it's calculating the dimensions, it's not considering that this is a rhinestone, and the rhinestone, the circle is wider than the line. It's only thinking of a line, okay? So that's why it does that. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's move. I'm going to move some of these stones because I don't necessarily want an 11-inch wide design. So some of these stones that's here, I'm going to move those. This is also your opportunity. Let's say if you don't want a fill like this on the inside of mama, if you don't, you can move that out of the way if you want to. That's up to you. So I moved those stones, and if you see, you notice now that kind of reduced some of the width a little bit, right? So here, this is pretty wide though. The design itself isn't going to be that wide. The problem is going to be the rhinestones on my shirt at least, right? So I will just go ahead, kind of move some of these a little bit. You don't have to do this. You may be perfectly fine with the size, or just, you know, from the beginning, pay attention to the size so it doesn't get too wide. Right, and here I'm just moving some of them around, but this is how I usually get out of having something that's like just too wide. At least it scatters too wide so that they can fit onto my shirt. So see, we brought it down to 10.878. I'm fine with that if it goes over a little bit because the main design is going to be small enough just to go kind of in the center. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me select all of the word mama in Bling. And we're going to just right click. I'm going to group this together. I cannot say this enough. Make sure you pay attention to this. Okay, so we release the rhinestones, we move them around a little bit. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to group all of that scatter. So anything that's the same color, you're going to group all of that. So you need to group it together. And then after you group it together, you're going to make that into a compound path. So just think of how we did mama. Even though we had a group together, we could still ungroup it and it still had its own individual characteristics for each letter, right? That's the same thing that applies to rhinestones. When you group it together, that's why when you upload it into Cricut Design Space thinks that you're uploading a huge file. That's why. After you group it, you're then going to make it into a compound path. And that's what makes your software think that this is just one file, right? So then I'm just going to go ahead. We're all done. It changed the color. It's fine with me. I'm just going to change it back to black. And I'm going to remove that little black outline. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to rush. I'm trying to rush so that we can just make the thing because, girl, I don't know what StreamYard has got. Well, it's not really StreamYard. I know it's this computer. That's why I haven't really been using it much. I know it's the computer. All right, so we're all good. All I did was remove the black outline from around here. Let's see, it should be gone. I just do that. All right. Another thing that I failed to mention is to make sure that none of those stones are overlapping prior to making it into a compound path. If you make something into a compound path and it's overlapping, you're just gonna have to undo it, like release a compound path. All right, so now we're inside of, what is this, y'all? Embrilliance. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna bring in our file. I'm going to hit, oh, I'm not here. So we're gonna start creating, and then I'm gonna bring in the vector file. Now, I haven't been doing this in a while. Where's my file? This is the file that we're gonna bring in right here. We're gonna bring in Mama Live. All right, and so here's our word Mama. I have my mouse, so hopefully we'll be good with the mouse. Maybe I don't have the mouse. Okay, I do have the mouse. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to simply create some satin columns, okay? We only have to do the M and the A because guess what? It's M and A repeated here. Okay, so that's all we have to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to create some overlaps. So that way we can kind of prevent some of the separation when the letters are connecting with each other. All right, so let's head up to our satin column. We're going to be drawing our own points. Now, can you do this and just select the word and possibly go ahead and just click? I think this is for applicate the satin border, and then you can do a satin column. You probably can, but we're going to, that's not going to be what we do. Okay, we're going to, I'm using both the mouse and the trackpad. We're going to plot our points, okay? So let's go into creating a satin column, and we're going to begin plotting. So the default point is a round point or cusp. We're going to create an angle point, like a straight line point. I'm going to hold down my command key. I don't know what it is on a PC, but I'm just going to create a straight line here. Okay, and then we're going to actually, I might want to, let's see if we do this satin. Let's draw a column this way. So I'm going to hold down my command key, and then we're just going to plot our points. Let me just plot it this way. Do I have this selected? Hold on, y'all. See if your girl can remember what she's supposed to do. Okay, let's hold down command. I'm just going to do it here too. I should have did a straight. We're going to go down here all the way. We're just going to create all angles. straight angles. All right, so we have our little satin column there. I'm going to, let's click over here. So that created our little column for us. Now, another thing you can do is you can begin by making angle lines. So this little icon here will help you make your angle lines. Because if you look here, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see the direction of the stitches. And in this area, the stitches are kind of slanted downward. And then here they're kind of going horizontally. So you want to make sure that you know how those stitches are going to go. And so I'm just going to go up here and select that line, the angle line, or it's called inclination in here. It's called different things in different softwares. All right, so I'm just going to draw angles of how I want those stitches to go. Okay, so I want the stitches to go like that. And right here, one angle line is probably enough. I just did two. Okay, that's usually what I do. All right, so then we're going to be good. And then let me just fix this right here. And we're going to, hold on, that don't look like it went. Let me do another angle line. Let me see, let's go there. But it looks like it's still kind of slanted a bit. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it still looks a little slanty to me. I'm gonna go up a little bit. Oh, yeah. I can't. I'm just trying my best, y'all. And they don't want me to be great. Hold on, let me go back here. Let me go back to y'all. I'm gonna see if I can still share my screen. We're gonna get through this. And maybe I'll just have to put it back on, put Embrilliance onto my computer, on my other computer. All right, so let's get ready. I really don't like this one either that much. I don't like it, y'all. Let me kind of move this up a little bit. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the fill for the rest of the M. Now I'm probably going to cut it off like about right here and then start the other one. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to do the same column. Let me do my straight line. And we're just plotting it. The good thing with the word mama is that I only have to do this for two of the letters. That's really why I chose mama. I really should have just did the, let's go here. Let's take it right here. And then we're gonna go here, like that. I kind of wish I would have went down the other way, but we'll see. All right, so it's looking good. I kind of wish I would have took this over here, like that more so. Sorry, y'all. My stomach, I didn't eat yet. I did bring a snack in here. I don't know if y'all heard my stomach growl. I heard it. I heard it. All right. I cannot see this good. All right. All right, let's go. Down. Come on. There we go. All right, and then we're going to turn this into a satin column too. But I did a little overlap right here so that when it's stitching, we don't necessarily have to, every time I click it, I forgot how sensitive this one is. But I did a little overlap. That's why I kind of started it here, right where this column is. So that way it's not, it has a little bit of an overlap so that there's no gap. And then I'm going to move this over to just like that a little bit. So you see right there. So this, the order of how I stitch this out is going to be important because I would want this to stitch out first and then the column here to stitch out after that so that it's on top, because if not, if this stitch is first, if this stem stitch is first, then this hump is going to be on top, and then you'll be able to actually see where that overlap is, and I don't want that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is, I still feel like I need to bring this over, and this is just going to create also like a wider satin stitch. Okay, this is what it's going to be, a wide satin stitch. All right, you can play around with it so you can get it a little bit better, but I told myself I was not going to get too crazy with how this, like, I'm not going to get too crazy. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create another overlap, right? And then with this overlap, we're just going to create an overlap to go over the end like this, and then we're going to stop about right there. Okay, so we're going to start plotting again. We didn't really do like we didn't do a left right column. We did the other type of column. Now, if you're doing that, I'll show you guys how to do this one. So hold on. So if you were creating that one, this one is more so left right, right? So you're kind of going up like that. So let's say if we started here, I may go here, and then where's my little line, y'all? I don't see my line. I don't want it like that. Which one? I don't think I selected the right thing either. Oh, that one don't look good. Okay, I just need to do a little bit round. I still don't look exactly like I want it to look, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay, let's put up here. And then, so this column works like you're plotting your points. So this line, I don't know if you guys see that perforated line, that helps you to know which direction you need to go. So you just go there, and then you're going to go back there. And then you're going to go here, and then you're going to go here. Right? That's how you would create like another satin column if you're doing it that way. The other thing that I did not go over just yet is that you can actually change the underlay. You can change the density over here on the right. Okay, so right now this is at a 4-point density, but you can change the underlay too. You can change, like this is going to do an edge fill. So when we do the playback, like it does an edge fill, and then it does the rest of the underlay there. But you know, you can change that if you don't, if you don't want it that, you can reduce the amount of stitches that way. Sometimes you don't really even need all of that. Okay, but that's another thing that you can do when you're digitizing. We're not really gonna play around with it too much. Here, do we add any lines that looked pretty good? But I don't know if it was good. Let's see if we do. So here, let's say if we wanted to add more angle lines here, just to tell, tell our stitches where to go. I might kind of bring this, make it go horizontal, only because I need to grab something. I may make it go horizontal only because you don't kind of want it to be too long, because that's where you start getting some of your issues. So I would just kind of bring that there, and then start working with the rest of it. Now, you don't really need all of these angle lines. Let's say I have this angle line here, and then I put one here, and then I might put one here if I put one there. And those aren't even really that straight, really. But that just tells us where to go. You'll see how the stitches go based off of how those angle lines are. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Ay, 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 ay. What did I do? Last time I was on this computer and the same thing happened, I think I had to close out. Maybe I need to close out of Silhouette Studio now, since I already have everything I need, I think. No, I didn't save it. Oh, I should have saved. If I saved it, we can close out of it. We'll probably close out of it in a minute. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we can go ahead, we can do a column like how I showed you guys before. I'm probably just going to stick to doing it the way that we have been doing it already. Let me click out. We're going to draw our points. Come on, draw points. All right, so I'm going to do another straight line down. And we're just going to, I'm If you notice, I'm over on the left a little bit. Like I'm not really here. And it's not really perfect, but it's going to be fine. And I'm just holding down my command key so I can get that straight line. I'm going to go here. And then we're just going to do more plotting. And anytime I get corners like this, I always put a straight line, like a straight point there. All right. We might have time to finish it. I'm going to do another straight point there. And you don't have to be so close because you see how it'll eventually form what you want it to form. Like you don't have to be that close. We don't want you to stop right there. We want you to stop right there. All right. So then I would probably just go here, fix that up a little bit, maybe move this down a little. And then we can kind of go here. And all I'm doing is following the SVG that we have. Now, can you turn that SVG? Can you just, I think I showed you guys already that I can click it and it'll turn into, you know, like magic, but sometimes it just does not. You have more control when you're doing it, when you plot the point yourself. Okay, so here I'm going to go there, and then we're just going to look at that to see what that looks like. And then I'm going to bring it out a little bit, and then I'm going to get ready. We're going to add our angle lines here. And so here I still kind of want that to kind of go straight like that. And then to be honest, I didn't even need that one because I have this one here, but it's fine. It's fine. Yes, you can have too many angle lines. That is a thing. And if y'all know me, y'all know I overdo a lot. All right, and I'm just putting, just because I want them to go a certain way. Now, I went all the way over here, but you don't have to go all the way over there because that's just like a lot of overlap. So I can kind of move this here because I wasn't paying attention. You don't have to go all the way. Like your overlap doesn't have to be so much. I was moving the wrong thing. I was moving the other line, not the line that we did. Now I can delete these points, right? You can delete the point. And just delete it. You don't have to do, but if you just wanted to kind of move it a little, you can. And I think that's going to be good. Move that up a little bit. Let me see what that looks like. I moved it too far. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Hey, Mary. I'm excited. Like, things have been going good. Nancy came through, Mary, the other week. She came through twice. Yes. What did Rachel say new? Mary. All right, y'all. Okay, so now we have basically our M is practically done. I didn't add any, I did add some lines to it, didn't I, y'all? I think I did. One. Yeah, I did. So we should be good. So we see how those angle lines are looking, right? That's going right here. Looks a little bit funky, but we don't see how that's going to play out. All right, so we have our end done. And this one, we're just going to see how that's going to play back. So we're going to play it back. Again, I don't want that to go first, so that means I need to reorder. Why do I have this line right there? I don't know where that line came from. Why is it right there? I don't know. Do I have a, you know what I think? I don't think I have it close in. That's what I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's not, I think that's what that is. Come on a little bit. That looks there, but we'll see. We'll see how that looks. But that just doesn't look like that's closed off. So we don't want that to go first. So I'm going to bring this column down here. I need to close you up. I'm going to bring the column down here. No, that's the one thing I don't really feel. Let's bring you up. And then we're going to bring you up here. So that way, let's play it back and see how that's going to look. I noticed, but I don't have that closed good. Now here you can also change your starting and stop positions too. Oh, you guys can't see me. Let me hold on, y'all. Let me bring y'all back. I'm gonna close out a silhouette. Hold on. You're like, girl, silhouette don't want me to be great today. All right. Let me go back here. Let me save this so that way I can close out of it because I'm pretty sure that that's my problem. Save selection, mama scatter, 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 SS10. And we have, thank you, Dempsey Boo. Then we have 10. Oh, cancel. Oh, it got big. I don't even know why I canceled out of it. Save selection. Mama, we just gonna go with it. Need it that big though. Save as. What size is it? Okay, I'm gonna show you what I would do when I'm by myself. Mama live. Scatter. And I'm just gonna end it like that because I'll remember it's 10.878. All right, and I'll worry about what I just did later. And then I'm gonna close out of here. I did say that as a SVG, right? Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, we saved it as a SVG. All right, let me close out of silhouette. Did I save everything I needed to save? Yeah, if we didn't, I mean, it's fine. We're just playing. We're just playing around. All right, let's go back. So I don't know if you guys saw how I moved it, and I just changed how everything was going. Now the other thing that I may do, because this is where this overlap happens, this is going to go here. So we'll actually start the other part of the letter first. No, there we want it right there. So we'll start 1, 2, and then 3. No, I want to start that first. Okay, let's look at it now. So it just depends on how you do your overlaps, what works best for you. So that's kind of how I want it to look. All right, so now we're going to go to our A, okay? And for our A, let's go back to create. If we do the second column around it, let's see if that works good for us. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the front part of the A. And we're just going to we're going to switch it up. We're going to do a satin, we're going to do the satin column. No, can I click the right thing? Come on. Okay, girl. So we're going to do it like this. So I'm just going to start over here a little bit because I want that stem to go on top. I'm going to go with straight point. And then here, I'm just going to keep going from here. And I'm doing my points super close, but you don't have to do them this close. Eventually, like it'll fall into place, and then you can also change it up. Like y'all see how we kind of shifted. All right, let me move you up. Let's see. There we go. And then again, for this little point, I'm going to do a straight. And this is where you're kind of doing your angles to yourself. And we just gotta get it. I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna keep going up just because I still want to get that overlap. I still want to overlap. I'm just gonna go here. Okay, close it off. All right, so when you do the sand columns, you see how I was already creating those angles for us. So you don't really have to worry about that, but you can remove some of those angles. You don't really need all those angles. I do a lot of angles, but I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. Hopefully closing out a silhouette help me. That you guys won't get picked out again. All right, so we're just gonna turn this into, no, wrong one. I'll turn this into this. Oh my God, I guess silhouette didn't help us, did it? It don't look like it did. All right, hold on, let me come back to y'all. Because this is bonkers. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Just fly. Share screen again. And here we go. Okay, y'all, we're back. Hey, Janie, Embroidery Apparel. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to, yeah. My whole thing needs to undo. There we go. Can I close you off? I think I did. I don't see my table. Maybe because I did it as a second column. Maybe I don't want that then. Okay, I have to close it off. It wasn't closed. All right, let me see how my angles look. Let me do another playback so we can see what happens. That looks a little raggedy though, but it looks a little ragged. So we just got to go back and fix it up a little bit. This one's down a bit. No, we don't want that. It's because I don't have something closed. I know it. I'm not about to worry about this. All right, let's see what that looks like. All right, this is what we got, y'all. All right, we're gonna put another satin column here, okay? And I'm just gonna do the regular. Oh, I see. You see how this is? This isn't actually closed up. I should have brought it up more, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna go with it. But that's why. It's late. All right, let's do a little plotting. And we're gonna keep going. And then I'm just gonna take these straight up. All right, these look good. There's another line. Do I want to put some angle lines there? Uh-oh, we click out of it. And we're just gonna draw some angle lines. We're gonna go from here to here. My angle lines are not, when I do the straight ones, they are not straight. And we'll go here. This is not really a good corner, but it's fine. You're gonna say everything is fine? Yup. Because it is. All right. And we're just gonna turn this into, oh, I don't want to turn it, is it not closed? I don't think I closed that good, y'all. I think this is, something is not closed right. I didn't do something right. I can't tell. Is that my, which one I did? Oh, that's what I did. So you guys know that behind that was the line that I was turning into, I can delete it now. Well, I shouldn't delete it because I need it. That looks, I need it. So I just need to play around with this one a little bit more because my my lines don't look all that clean. So I'm just cleaning up a little bit. I don't need no turning. All right, let's see. All right, that might be a little bit better. But we're gonna bring that. Some just don't look good to me right here. I guess even my little A right there don't look good. That's fine. Okay. All right. I think I was touching the line. Okay, I know. We're almost done. I'm just trying to hurry up and get us through. We're just trying to get through this. We already been on for an hour. Let's see if it's gonna take me 30 minutes to finish everything. All right, so this is basically how I want it to look, almost. And we are gonna make us a sweatshirt like this. And I'm not gonna keep playing around with this. Even though that right there don't look good. Let me bring you out a little bit. I think I keep touching the other. That's what I think I keep doing. No, I don't know what I keep touching. I think something is. I keep thinking that I'm clicking the line. All right, let me make this smaller. All right, y'all, we're gonna copy. So I'm gonna copy this, 2, 3, and we're just gonna place it on top. Copy. Come on, paste, and then let me move you over. And then we're just gonna put this just like this. I think I got my order how I want my order to be. Yeah, let me go over. And then we're gonna get our A, and we're going to do the same thing for the A. I'm gonna delete these lines, even though I kind of want the line so I can kind of see. I can make this tail a little bit smaller, but I'm going to keep that tail only because I need the full tail for the other M. I didn't mean to do that either. I was thinking of. All right, let's go ahead and let's grab the A. This is our A. I'm going to go through and delete the lines for this, only confusing me. Copy and paste. I'm going to move this over here. Now, before you copy and paste, you may want to clean it up, like just so that way you're cleaning up a good version of what you want. This is where I'm just trying to see how I want that to look. And then I'm going to go here and delete our lines. I'll need the line, and then we're going to run it back just to see how it's going to go. I don't need these. Now, do we need it to do a line? We may not need it to do a line. Let's see. That looks a little rough right here in those edges. I did not do a good job with plotting, y'all. Move that out of the Made them busier. All right. So let's see how this is gonna stitch out. So both there. We're gonna be good. We're gonna stitch this out, and I'm gonna stitch out on my sweatshirt. All right. So we're just gonna. Okay. How many stitches is this? This is 10,000 stitches. You see that? You see this part right here? There's something wrong with that stitch, that area. But this is why it's good to do like a playback of your stitches. I want to do the same thing because it was a copy and paste of it. I don't know what I did right there. Probably when I was doing the plots, I didn't do it right. Let me go here and see what I did. All right. Let's see. Girl, what did you do? Okay, let me. I want that to be up so bad. Okay, let's see. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Mm, can't really tell what I did there. It doesn't look like I did. I can't tell. Um, I kind of changed the shape. I must have had something overlapping. Now I'm doing too much. I think I fixed it, but I just changed like the shape of the A a bit. No, I don't want to do that either. All right. What time is it? Do we have time to keep going? Let me see. Oh, lost y'all again. We're almost done. Don't worry. Y'all ain't going to lose me too many more times. We're almost done. Don't worry. All right. Let's go back. Yeah. Yeah, no, Jane. It's never, for me, it's not noticeable. You can put them all together if you want, but when you're doing a wide satin stitch, that's where it becomes like a little bit tricky. And this is my first time doing like this wide of a satin stitch with Embrilliance. So here I'm just trying to bring it down a little bit. Let me see this playback. Let's see what this playback is going to look like. Uh-uh. Let's see. And I did the overlap because when I don't do the overlap and I just do the, all right, that, but I still don't like how I did this. No, there's still a line there, and I don't know why there's that major cut there. It has to be how I plotted the line. I might have crossed something up when I did it. That has to be what happened. But I don't have time to play around with it or even to redo it. Because I got something. Um, maybe. Did my angles change? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what I did. I can't decide, can't tell either. But it's fine. We're about to get ready to finish this up. And I don't want to make it too crazy. No, that A looks wonky now. Uh-uh. I don't think I look, this A looks weird. Sorry, y'all. I gotta change it up. Mm, But, but that's what I don't have. I don't have my other. Remember how I had the other? Let me just undo because that means I did such a close what you call it? that it might overlap the rhinestones. I'm just gonna leave it how it is. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. That's how I'm gonna leave it. Okay. So let's get ready. Let's do one more playback. Make sure everything goes in order how I want it to. I don't really think I have to have we'll do the outer edge. This is what we're gonna do. We're done. Save this because it's already too late. I gotta find a flash drive. And then we're gonna cut out my little template. We'll chat a bit. Hopefully this won't take that long. It's not that much. So let's go to file. I'm going to save. I should just save as. Hold on, I don't see my flash drive, y'all. Uh-oh. Let me take out this computer. Let's see if it sees my card. Have a size tool there, then wouldn't be overlap. I want overlapping. That's why I did it like that, because I want overlapping. Maryland's like computer. Maryland did. All right, let's see. Nope, my guess what I'm gonna do, y'all. Oh, I don't even have my other laptop in here with me. It's okay. It's okay. I have to get this up top. I don't want to take out the. Come on, girl. It's gonna get. Let's see. I gotta wait for it to read my flash drive. Hey, Fern. Greta. Thank you, Kristen. Can you pull on one of the nodes? Uh-oh, Miss Evelyn, I didn't even. I can. Uh-oh. I can, but I don't. You see where this one is? It's one like right there. I don't know. I don't have any extra. Let's see. I deleted. Did you see that extra one that was right there? I did delete it, but it don't look like it did nothing. It don't look like it did nothing worth it. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I'm not saving anything. I'm gonna take this out. This computer might just go kaput on me. Let's click save. Save as. I may have to get my other laptop because it's not reading. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the other laptop, guys. But it's just not going right. All right, let me open up Leonardo. We're going to bring in our Bling file and we're going to cut. That's what we're gonna do. Delete which one? That center one? Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. And then, because it's already ready to cut something. Import. Oh. Are you Mama Live Scatter? And then I'll go back into Embrilliance. I still need to get. Did I not click save selection? Did I not? That's why all of this stuff is here, because I didn't click save selection. Let me ungroup. We're going to delete all of this and this. And this is perfect. We coming back, y'all. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Don't worry. All right, so this is perfect. We're gonna cut this out. This is not even gonna take much time to cut. What time is it? Oh, we're so good. It's 8:30. We can probably be done by 9:30, maybe before then. All right. I'm just gonna right click, and then we're going to combine that, and then now we're ready to cut it. I'm just gonna put it right here, and then I'm gonna send that design, and then I'm gonna go get my other computer. Send to cutter. I'm going to just click. It's not long, but I don't need it to roll back under the rollers. I'm going to select OK. All right, so at least that's working good. Let me grab my stops. I don't want to stop sharing that. Let's see. So I'm just go with it like this, y'all. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave. We just gonna see what color the wall's gonna be. Okay. I need to go and get my other. I need to go get my other laptop so I can at least airdrop the file to it, and then I'll just save it on that one. So let's just save this. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna click save, and I'm gonna call this Mama Live. Mama Live. And then we're gonna say EMD. And we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. Save. I should have reduced some of that underlay underneath there. Hold on, let me bring myself back on here. On computer. Make it smaller. All right, I'm gonna go get my other laptop really quick. I got to power the charger. Let me see where it's at. I'll be right back. Let me see. I'm gonna just airdrop that to this computer, and then I meant to get my other. Wait a minute, y'all. Sorry. All right. So I'm gonna airdrop this to myself because I can't put it on. And I refuse to get rid of this computer. This computer holds everything that I know. Okay, let me go back here. Where's the file? Documents. I'm just gonna airdrop it to myself. This one. There we go, y'all. It's there. Now, if this computer, I'm gonna stop sharing because this computer, y'all see, I'm struggling with this computer. It did its best. I might have to put Embrilliance on the other one. It did the best it can. I'm very proud of you. All right. Let me save. I'll save it on here. and see. And then we still got to brush that in. The other one. Yep. Got a normal working computer. All right, let me go put this over here. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen. What color thread should I use, y'all? Let's see. It looked all right, but try to look like a kindergartner wrote it. Hey, Delonda Patrice. Look, it looked like a kindergartner traced it. That's what it looks like. What color should I do? Pink? Did somebody say pink? Erica? Purple? Not purple. Purple. Thanks, Miss Rosetta Cobb. I'm about to see how this is gonna look. I gotta clean it. I gotta clean it up, but I just don't have time to clean it up right now, and or patience. All right, we're gonna make it. We're going to make it pink or teal. Let's go pink. And let's see how long it's gonna take it to stitch out. So, ain't bad. It's just that middle part where that A connects. All right. Let's go. Setup mode. Yes, trace. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna move up a little bit. I kind of hooked it a little bit far down. All right. We're going with it. We're going with it. It doesn't even take 16 minutes. I could have increased some of the underlay. Like it's kind of tight, even the underlay. I should have made it less dense. Should have made it less dense. I'm gonna turn the heat press. Kristen, you didn't remind me to turn the heat press on. What happened, girl? All right, let me move this towel over here. And we're done with this laptop. Oh no, what happened? Look at lavender. I don't know, it's gonna be pink. Pink or black. Oh well, at least we had a decent let me bring this stage on now. I got too many mouses and all types of things on here. I had to pull out this mouse just to be able to navigate. Anytime I use Embrilliance, I have to use the mouse. With Chrome, I don't use the mouse, but I probably can. Like, it'd be a lot of maneuvering things around. All right. I'm just gonna take these off. I'll go and see how it looks. This is why I can't keep up the comments because the mouse for the iMac is always someplace that it shouldn't be. All right, let's just pour them. I think they're all done. So this is the scatter. The one thing with the scatters, I like when it's like a closer outline around the scatter so that you can actually see the word, you know? That's what I like. Because then you don't have to have the rhinestone, I mean the embroidery portion. All right, let me grab the little. All right, we're gonna put this up on the back of here. Hopefully I don't throw this away. If anything, I'll fix it exactly how I like it. Oh no, I test out my stuff on actual shirt. I should have got a shirt instead of my sweatshirt. That's what I should have got. Oh, I could think about even more than that because it's not even at its fullest speed. It's not at full speed. Oh, but honey, y'all, that M is looking really good. That M, wait till y'all see this. Like, y'all, we bootleg that design, but that M looks good. And I don't know about the M. Mm. But I was going to use magenta, but we're gonna use these. These are some like crystal AB kind of stones that I got from when I did the bling boxes. It's like a different type of stone. We're gonna use that because I don't want to waste my crystal, my icy crystal AB. Uh-oh. It's on right now. It's down to 540, but it's on 900. I think with the wider satin stitches, you know, it slows it down some. So it's at 540, but that's because the satin stitches are so, you know, they're so wide. All right, so these stones are very cute. I gotta put this computer on. Hold on, this computer, it just takes up. I know I'm gonna have to fix that A. I'm gonna have to redo it, but it's fine. Y'all got the point. Hopefully, hopefully, did y'all get the point of what you're supposed to do in Embrilliance to design it? I hope you guys got it. No, but it's going a little bit slower now. Let me know if y'all got the point. We're gonna go here. This is the bunch. Thanks, Rachel and Janie. That's as long as y'all got the point. That's it. I'll do a shorter one. One where it's not in and out so much. I'll do that. That means I'm gonna probably have to put it on the other mat. I have to put it on my PC. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I put it really to put it on the PC. Oh, but we're good timing. Miss Sharon Davenport, we're just hitting 90 minutes right now. Be doing good, girl. Be doing really good timing. I have a lot of stuff to do for work tomorrow, though. So I want to kind of get a little bit to it for work tomorrow so that I can finalize some things that need to be done. Because Friday we go to work, but it's not really a work day. So it's a day of service tomorrow. welcome, Brandy. You will, Brandy. Just take your time. Marilyn has more tutorials. Rachel, do you have some tutorials too for Embrilliance? Who all has some Embrilliance tutorials for people to watch? Or if you know of somebody who has like really good Embrilliance tutorials, like if you, hey, you know, this person has some good ones too, it's fine to say it. Let me see. I'm not wasting my icy crystal AD. I'm not even gonna tell y'all how much icy crystal AD I really have, but I still don't want to waste it. No, I'm so free of the black shirts. This morning, I had to get up and stitch out them, but they don't really take long. By the time I'm done, like getting ready, it's done. And then to bling it out, it doesn't take that much time to bling out the scatter. See. For computer. For over 10 years now. He finally ready to go. I can't let it go. Got everything. So for those of you who have, like, quite a few of you have already gotten some of the Bling transfers, don't throw away that transfer tape after that first use. You can use it then for other designs that you have. But this is the one. That's when when I tell you I've been using it, and for those other ones that I have, oh, I'm gonna show you guys this. I think I showed y'all all of the where that A is, like a little bit where the bottom part of the A is, but it does not look bad. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, can y'all hear me now? Come closer. Let me know if you guys can hear me. My cheese is so good. But so I didn't put these on my website yet, but I have these. This transfer tape on top of here is good too. Kristen says it's working too good. Oh, let me see. Can you guys hear me now? I know it's going to be a lot of noise, but if for those of you who got the Bling transfers, keep your transfer tape and use it over again. Like you don't have to throw it out. The same with like these. Yo, this transfer tape is really good. It's like really good. So don't throw it out. It is pretty Kristen. I may give some away. Let me see if I can pull up some. I may do some giveaways. I'm gonna put those in my shop, but I'll give some away tonight. I need to straight through. It's going pretty good. It's going. It's going. So we're just gonna see how the Bling holds up on it. Thank you, TV. All right, so I'm just gonna put this one up. And the good thing with scatters is that you can't really tell when there's something missing. So that's one good thing with it. I have been up like last week. I had some shirts to do before I left, like embroidered shirts, like before I left from work. And I'm like, girl, you should be getting up working before work. That's just too much. It's too much. Yo, it looks so good. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on that inner A, probably while I'm in the bed, and just fix it. And then I'll probably put it in the member area. It looks good. Wait till y'all see it. And I'm going to also reduce the density of the underlay. Because I feel like when I looked at how I was doing for that first M, it was just too much. And I might have been playing around with the underlay before, but this is going to mean I need to put Embrilliance on my other computer. Person, they are tiny, but they're so blingy, girl. They're so blingy. They're like the blingiest. I'm going to leave the table on because it should be done in a few minutes. We got 2.5 more minutes left, y'all. Just 2.5 more minutes. Let me put I have to pull out the mouse for Embrilliance on this on that MacBook. Like, that's not it. This is my dinner, y'all. I'm not really even hungry right now. I guess they kind of break it down to like basically like if you need certain functions, Brandy. But if you want all the functions, then you have to pay for all of that. So you have to pay for essentials, enthusiasts. Well, I have all of those. I don't even know if I needed all those. But I have essentials, enthusiasts, and stitch artists 3. And you have patch artists. So each level has different things that you can do with it. Of course, stitch level 3, stitch artist level 3, you can do pretty much everything. Like how we were doing those angle lines. In some of the versions of Embrilliance, you can't do the angle lines. And I think they call them inclinations, but not angle lines. So that's the thing, like, all the softwares basically do the same thing, but there's different terminology for everything that you do. Like, in Chroma, those are called angle lines. But in Embrilliance, it's called inclinations. So it's thank you, Janie. My computer kept kicking us out tonight. I don't even know what's going on. And that was not a StreamYard issue. That was using an old MacBook issue. Miss Emily, you're talking about the SS6. I love SS6, y'all. That was my favorite. But I haven't really been doing much SS6. Like, I want to do like the scatter with SS6, but a lot of people don't use SS6. No worries, Brandy. This was just, I didn't even anticipate that I was going to stitch this out until like right before the bottom. Oh! Like, try to get an easy word and be done with it. That was the plan. Oh, we're done. Time is it? Not even 9 o'clock, y'all. Not even 9 o'clock. We're doing good. All right, so this is what we got. This is what we stitched out. So you see where the two parts meet here? It's, you know what? Right here, it didn't do it on this one. Just this one. Did I change something on this one? And then I was gonna copy and paste it over here, and then I changed my mind. Right over here, it didn't do it. But we're looking good. We're going to take this off. Hey, Visionary Creations. All right, so I used 2 pieces of 2.5 ounce stabilizer, cutaway stabilizer. So I used 2 pieces of it when I hooped it. So there's 2 pieces of 2.5 ounce stabilizer, and then it just simply says "Mama." That's all it says on the shirt. Maybe this bling is gonna make this look a whole lot better than this "Mama." I'm not going to cut the stabilizer because I feel that it's possible that when you cut the stabilizer, it really helps to make this shrink. If I had like an iron that I could just press in here inside of the hoop without, taking it off of the hoop, I might feel like that might be a good option too. But so that, everything stays stretched out. But let's see how this works with it with the closer fill. Oh, honey, that looks good. Yeah, that came out really good. That did really good. I don't know if I would say don't cut the stabilizer until after you're done pressing your stones. That's what I would suggest. Like if you want it to be a good match, I would say don't do that. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been finding successful is the 2 pieces of stabilizer, not cutting the stabilizer um until after I press the stones. But if you can press your stones while they're inside of the hoop, then maybe that's a thing that you could do. I think that would definitely make it, but this has been by far the way that I've been getting it to line up perfectly. So don't cut that stabilizer until after you've pressed it. All right, so let's go ahead and press it. Oh, y'all, this is cute. This is cute. And I'm not even just saying that because I made it. Because y'all know if I don't like something, I'll be a little bit funny acting. But y'all, this is cute. It's really cute. Give me a minute. I gotta go get those. Do I feel like doing that tonight? Or you know what? No, I'm not gonna do this now. We'll do the giveaway on Friday for Valentine's Day. We'll do it for Valentine's. That's when we'll do it for. We'll do the giveaway for Valentine's. And I may give away some transfers too. I gotta see how many more I have left. And we may do that. Y'all, this actually came out way better than I expected it to. It's just that other little piece that I did not like the A, but it does, you can't even tell. That actually looks cute. Let me make sure I did it. Yes, honey. Yes. That looks good. I should have put like, y'all know my year 2005, not 2025, 2005. I became a mama. But y'all, this looks good. Yes. I think the 2 pieces, yeah, don't cut it. I think the 2 pieces of stabilizer really, really helps it. Y'all, this looks good. It looks good. And we kind of rushed through that. Like that wasn't even like our best work. But it came out good. A piece of thread here. But it came out really good. That looks good. But you see how with the end, like how it looks better, like you just make sure you have the right order, especially when you're overlapping. So I know Janie was worried about like when it overlaps, there's no extra puff there. You see? But what happens is that it doesn't have that like break. That's why I've been doing it like this, because some of the ones I did before, like I did a split line in between each part where I was about to restart. And then I felt like, it didn't look bad to me. I didn't have a problem with it, but I kind of didn't want it to be so like when you're stitching it out, I didn't want it to look like that too much. But that did good. Let me bring us over because guess who's done? And it's 9 o'clock. Y'all, I was like, oh, We're gonna be done at 9:30. No, we're done at 9 o'clock. Oh yes. So on Friday, thank you, Angel Boo. On Friday, we're going to be doing a calendar. Well, Thursday, we're going. Let me move this off of the screen. Thursday, we're going to be hanging out with Marilyn, and we're going to be making a zipper pouch. Okay. We're gonna be making a zipper. Oh, now I can cut it. Let me go ahead and cut. Now I can cut the stabilizer. I'll cut the stabilizer before we get off. Because let me tell y'all, when I don't cut the stabilizer when we get off, and then I see a hoodie that or a shirt that I want to wear, and I go pick that shirt up and put it on, and I'm like, girl, you forgot to cut the stabilizer. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. The other day, I was walking around with stabilizer on. Like, girl, cut the stabilizer off. I could not even believe that it was just ridiculous. I don't even know what I was thinking. So I need to cut it. So we'll do a giveaway on Friday um, of some of those Chanel patches that I have and some of the bling transfers. But that's going to be on Friday. Oop. Sorry, I'm just cutting the stabilizer. Our stitches look pretty good in the back. Let me show y'all. Am I the only person who's obsessed with how stitches look in the back? Let me know if y'all are like that too. If y'all are obsessed with how stitches look in the back. What time? We've Miss Sharon Davenport. You gotta be proud of your girl over here. I really did that in like not 90 minutes, but close to 90 minutes. We did it in like 110 minutes. Not bad. Not even a full 20 minutes over. Girl. The Sharon Davenport, I'm getting better, girl. Oh, let me show y'all the back of these stitches. Hold on, let me see. Add to stage. Y'all, look at our. So our stitches look pretty good. Now I do need to cut those extra ones, but it looks pretty good. I must admit, I'm pretty happy with it. For us to have done this on the live, like from start to finish. Let me know if y'all want to do more of those. Look, I'm now I'm feeling myself. Let me know if y'all want to do more from start to finish embroidery lives. Let me know. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I need to see. Oh, hold on. What did I miss? What did I miss? Not deuce. Oh, listen. Short lives all 2026. That's what I'm talking about. What did Angel say? listen. I'm like, what in the world you got going on? We'll incorporate more because sometimes it just takes a while. But if we can find like this was pretty easy for me to just do mama, and the mama was, we literally just only digitized the M and the A, and then I copied and pasted the rest of it. That's, and just so that you guys know, that's a way that you can kind of reduce the amount of time that you're spending on something. So if you have text, you want to make sure that all the letters are proportionate. You can copy and paste. If you're using a word like school, you do the S, the CH, O, and then you just copy that other O and put it over there instead of retracing everything. You don't have to like reinvent anything. You just copy and paste because you've already done it. But this looks good. I love I love how this came out, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna fix this A because I'm not loving it. It's about 10,000 stitches. I do feel like that underlay is a little bit much, but it took 15 minutes to stitch this out. And that bling doesn't look bad. I love it. All right, y'all. We finished our project, even though we had some technical difficulties. I appreciate all of you guys for sticking it out with me, staying here with me. Thank you guys so much. Worship and Craft with Colette, happy birthday to you on tomorrow. Happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful day. I can't believe so. We'll do some more start to finishes. Like, I feel like We did all the things. We cut our template. It was very little, wasn't much. Feeling good. So Thursday night, don't forget, we're doing a zipper pouch over at Maryland's. Okay, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait. No, is it going to be Eastern Standard Time or is it 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Maryland? I always forget. I think it's Central Standard Time with Maryland. It's going to be 8 o'clock my time. I think. I don't remember. I don't remember the timing. Sorry. Yes, 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 yes. No, Miss Sharon Davenport. That's how I'm gonna That's how I'm gonna relax. Oh, Miss Sharon Davenport. I finally started listening to Dear Debbie. Whew, because I wasn't gonna be able to read it, so I had to buy the audiobook. Girl, so far so good. So far so good. So I'm excited to finish it. I'm excited to finish it. Thank you, Stephanie. Thanks, y'all. Thanks so much. So don't forget, tomorrow night, Delonda will be on live. Tomorrow night, over on Crafting with Delonda. Thursday, Marilyn will be live, and we will be on there with Marilyn sewing. There's going to be a group of us sewing a zipper pouch with Mirror Bear. And then on Friday, Dims should be going on live on Friday, but y'all, Dims has been going on live like super early sometimes in the morning, like really early during her crochet and crafts. So she may be on tomorrow too. I'm not sure. But on Friday, check Dims out in the morning. We will also, Marilyn and I will be on for a little bit of Galentine's. And if y'all didn't see my Galentine's, if y'all don't know, I love this Galentine's shirt. It just says Gal Pals. We'll be doing a Galentine's live. And I'm going to give away some of these. I have some of these. I have another one that says love in a different font. And then I have one that says mama. So I'm going to give some of these away on Friday. These will go on in my shop, but I'm going to give some away. And now I'm also going to give some of the Bling files away, the Bling transfers away. So for our Galentine's Day celebration. So I'm excited about that. Miss Evelyn Warner's asking zipper size, asking for a friend. Marilyn, are you gonna put a list of everything that we're gonna be using inside of your Facebook group or where? Miss Merlinda, you already read Dear Debbie? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I really like it. All right, y'all. I love you guys. I hope you guys were able to learn something tonight, even though we had some technical difficulties. It's fine. Our sweatshirt turned out pretty good. I can't complain. I really like how it turned out, actually. I like it more than I thought that I was going to like it. I just have a little bit of tweaks, but if you weren't here with me, you wouldn't have even known I had that problem with that A. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please always remember to be kind to each other. Be kind to people you meet out there. Kindness is not overrated. Okay, being kind is not overrated. So please make sure that you extend kind. Make sure that you extend grace to others. You know what I say? Always make sure, when you're walking past somebody, just open your mouth. Open your mouth. I don't know if you guys were raised like me, but as a child, it was in no way I could. If somebody was walking in, I better had said something. I better had spoken, greeted them. You greet and you go get out the face because you're not grown. But you at least open your mouth and you speak, right? So make sure that when you guys see somebody, just speak. You may be the only form of communication, socialization that person has had all day. Okay? All day. Maybe all week. Maybe all month. You just don't know. There's a lot of people. Sometimes you may have a lot of people in your family. You may have people that you're talking to all the time. That's not everybody's story. Okay? So please remember that. I love y'all so much. And I really want you guys to continue to be kind to yourself. Extend grace to yourself. Okay? Extend grace to yourself. And when you're kind to yourself, when you're good to yourself, when you're nice to yourself, you have no other choice but to extend that goodness and that kindness to others. I love you guys. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll be seeing y'all Thursday and Friday, which I'm always excited about. All right, y'all. Until next time, y'all. Later.